Yo, what's going on, guys? Merrdawg here. You know what this is, explaining my thought process in ranked. This time I'm going to be doing something a little bit different where I'm going to be explaining not only my thought process, but why I do some of the things I do. And there'll be a little bit of education to it. So I hope you guys get value out of that. If you like these videos, please make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. That helps me so much, gets me going on the algorithm. So I really appreciate that. All right, I hope you guys enjoy. Let's get into it. Okay, so this is obviously just early game, running around getting loot. Getting my loadout for the early game. Most of the time I just look for anything I could get a mag for. Here it ends up being the P2020s. Really appreciated that. Hemlock I've been running a lot just because the breach charge, really good counter against the ult. Or sorry, really good counter against Axel. But now you can see immediately I start moving. As soon as the ring timer gets to 1, the Evo goes up. My teammate gets a scan, which I'm solo queuing in this. And you could see that I start moving immediately towards that Evo to see if I could beat them there and then if I could hold it. But it turns out they start fighting. So I call that to my teammates and I want to get involved and push up to that. So you see like I'm immediately looking, nothing off that, and then I start running up. Yeah, we can push this guy. Now it's very important here for me to make sure my teammates are close enough to capitalize with me and that this team that I'm running up to doesn't just turn around and push me or one of them catches me off guard just because my teammates are so far. And that's why I play slow here and I wait a minute. Now I can see my teammates are close and I got a good amount of damage on this team. I want to try to apply pressure, but I don't know where that other team on the hill was that they were initially fighting. So I'm just going to look for any damage I get on this team without fully committing myself to this fight just because the third party could be close. Vantage very low. 1 HP Vantage. Now that we have a lot of damage on this Vantage, I want to go see if I could capitalize on that, maybe get the knock, push up on that just because the two are on the top and they'd have to jump down and cross in the open to help their Vantage.
Walking.
I'm getting an angle on the right. Kathy on me. Kathy dead. As soon as that guy swung me, it was just kind of unfortunate. I didn't know he was there and I didn't hear him at all. But I'm forced to fight immediately. There's nowhere for me to really go. I just have to get as much damage as I could possibly get, and then hopefully my teammates could capitalize. So you'll see here, I'm going to get knocked, but it kind of is what it is. I got stuck in an unfortunate situation. Woo! No, I had to hide, brother, right here. I'm resible. Play this side, Now notice as soon as I get knocked, I start giving my teammates info on how they can res me and where the danger is, just so that they don't have to ask themselves any of those questions. They don't have to hesitate or be slow about it. All right. Are you guys fighting a different team?
No, same.
Wait. The Vantage is here, okay? They're going to play for res. I'm resible. Now you can see my teammates didn't really get to follow anything up there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get full and then I'm going to still apply pressure on this fight, right? Nobody from behind me could really rotate and I should be able to get some damage here, potentially get a knock, but I'm going to get a wide angle to allow me to do exactly what I'm doing here that you guys see, apply a lot of pressure. Behind.
Gun in.
Cracked one. Dead.
Nice.
Last one here. Now, whenever you're fighting any squad, understand that there's like this invisible like tug of war going on between like health advantage and positioning. And because that caustic was so far out of positioning, we were able to get reckless and just apply so much pressure to the duo that caustic was like almost inconsequential, like no matter what they really did. So there's always like that tug of war, and it's like a give and take. Understand that like your health and where your teammates are like the number one, like the biggest factors in any fight. I'm running over there. Happy Monday. So anytime you pull up to a fight like this, where both teams do not know you're showing up, it's really important how you enter this fight, right? Like I could just start shooting at that downed Octane and then give away my position. Or I could wait till one of those teammates start pushing the downed Octane and fight that team, right? Because there's a downed Octane, that's a 3v2. If I wait and shoot one of the teammates from the bigger team, then I can make it a 2v2, right? And then we have an advantage on both teams. So I kind of wait for that. All right, they're right here on this house. They don't know we're here. Octane, I'm pushing. It's It's also important to mention that I can get pretty reckless early game right now just because I already have a purple armor. Both my teammates already have blue and I'm fully kitted, right? You can see my guns are fully kitted. My hemlock's fully purple. My P20 already have a gold mag. I have so much of an advantage over pretty much everybody we're going to fight this early in the game that I could get pretty crazy about what we're doing here and still be safe. Whole clip missed. Pathy 1. Octane 1. Now I have a good amount of damage on this team, but there was a team a little bit farther to the right behind them that I know exists, and so I kind of have to just be careful of that. You see I immediately turn around, and that's why I don't get in there, just because you can't put yourself between the two teams, you're going to get pinched. Oh wait, this is out of zone. You guys could turn around if you want. I'm gonna grab this Evo for you guys, and then just go back to zone. So the only thing I have to really be mindful of right now is that team on bridge could push us, but they'd be putting themselves in the pinch. But it's other teams on the right side right now that come from tree, launch site, those POIs that could be wrapping me to the right. I just have to be careful. And you see I take a second just to look around. They're on the hill, and then I go look at the team that's on the highway. Just because I didn't see anybody behind us. Get as many traps as you can down right now, like over here, so we could pad back just in case. Just throw them. Now, anytime there's 3 teams, like including yourself, it's kind of just like a moot point. It's just like a dead fight. Like there's nothing you could really do about it, just because even if there's like a duo close, if you try to fight, the third party's already there, right? And we all know what happens when there's a third party. It's really difficult to make anything happen. Or if you even one of your teammates get knocked, you're probably going to lose the match, or you're going to be running away as a solo, something along those lines. So it's really difficult. You can mostly just take shots and try to get like a down and a full to get some KP. But outside of that, like you see, like I'm not pushing at all, even though I could probably get an advantage on them. I opt for just a much more conservative route just to stay alive. Now on this rotation, I'm mostly reading the play. Remember, one team just went to the left of this big rock and one team just went through the tunnel. So you can see them on scan right now. I'm coming up behind them, right? They're occupied. So they could come running back at me if the team got ahead of them. And I have to be mindful of that. But the main thing I'm thinking is either I could third party this fight, and also I'm thinking about how to get to zone. So I'm thinking, okay, I could probably go through train tunnel to fragment, right? Fragment west through train tunnel. Or I could just fight this and then you'll see content for people to watch, but it's just like really crazy. I don't know. So as you're coming out to any dangerous place that you already have like signed off as like you can't fight, it's important just to like see what's possible, right? Situations change, teams can leave quickly. It's important just to see, and you see here, I'll just take shots, I'll look around. If it's not doable, it's not doable. It's not a big deal. But like I said, there's always a give and take, like a little tug of war. Always tug a little bit on that rope. See what's possible, like what you could do. The second I shoot that, you know, there's a team low ground, there's a team on top. Like we just got to rotate fast around this way. I don't want to hang out in zone. Let's get out of there. There's 2 teams holding us out of zone. We full wrapped to go to zone, but remember those teams are still gonna be on my left. I ended up seeing some people running up this hill, so I'm gonna go look for them, look if I can fight them. I've cleared my entire right? I know almost nobody's coming in from frag west, and so now I can just look to get damage, look to get KP for free on the edge storm here. There's a team rezzing right here. I stole the knock. That was a W. But we don't push yet, okay? Now it's important to be aware. You never really want to put yourself between multiple teams if you don't have a way in or out. But there's that Pathy that's up on the tower. That's part of this team. And these teams are fighting, right? So I'm just getting free damage. I'm trying to think, is this pushable? And it only becomes pushable once one team basically full dies or they're like 2 or 3 knocked, right? That's when this becomes pushable. That's like when it's like a third party. And you'll see I just hang out here the entire time and wait for that opportunity to show up. Look, 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 right here. They're fighting heavy. Knocked one. I'm going.
Oh, now it's gas down.
Watch the guy on height, okay?
Shit, we're good jump.
I'm padding back to you. I'm coming back here. This is dumb. He dropped? Okay.
Yeah.
Now you can see that looked like a little bit silly where like I ended up, 20 seconds later exactly where I just was. But I went in, I tried to get the knocks, tried to get fulls, tried to get something, couldn't get anything out of it, got shot at from height, I left immediately, right? And if I was able to capitalize on something, that would have been great, but I wasn't. And I gave that up immediately, and it's important to understand, like, that's a give and take that you gotta like be able to just like, oh, couldn't get that, and you gotta leave. Where'd he go? I will say I still want to apply pressure, and we do have an advantage, so I'm still just gonna look for him, just get any knocks, get any kills I can.
On my back, on my back.
He's one. Anytime you are this low, just don't loot. Grab a shield swap, hit a syringe. I mean, if a shield swap gets you healthy enough, fine. Grab a syringe and just get full. I see too many people, shield swap and don't heal their health, and then a third party pulls up and then they die for it. Wait, his teammates are here. His teammates are going to craft him here. Wait, there's a knock right here. So after we just killed that pathy, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking about that axle that boosted away. Remember when I was padding over there? So I'm thinking and I'm looking at which crafters could they have gone to? Where could they be right now? Where would I be right now? There's this crafter and there's that crafter in Countdown. And so I thought they would be here. And then so I started going to Countdown, but then it's a whole, circle thing. They're going to go here. Okay. Oh, maybe they're on you. I'm coming. Just try to stay alive. Good ult. Cracked.
What? I'm gonna die maybe.
Res. Okay, now we got team rezzed and we got that guy out of the game. Now, it's important to understand we're in like a kind of a bad position here, and we have to find a way into zone, and it's zone 3, right? So we're kind of forced to go tunnel here. I calculated with pad, I can't really make it around on the right side. I could, because I could just hit medkits and I know the timing, but I don't want to force my solo queue teammates to do that. It might be a little bit outside their scope. So I'm going to try to go tunnel, right? And we get somebody on scan and tunnel here. I'm thinking, how are we able to be as like oppressive as possible? I tell my teammate he's got to heal up. And then I'm thinking here, calling a caustic gas or using my pads probably gonna be the best way to get out of this tunnel, but we'll see if we get resistance. Get traps whenever you can. So for me right now, it's just get to the first house to stabilize, right? There's still 8 teams in this lobby, still pretty healthy. Just get somewhere. So I ended up seeing a Wraith right there running, and I'm just like, now I'm looking for damage. I'm safe on a house. I'm looking for damage, right? I see nobody else. I can dive on this. Now, so much of this game is predicting what other people are going to do, right? If you're this Wraith, what are you going to do, right? You're going to sit in that house and try to heal? No, because I'm going to push you, right? So I hear the window break. I hear the Wraith phase, right? I know this Wraith is going to try to get away somehow, right? Maybe they have a team. Maybe they, where cover is. They have a swap. Well, I don't know. But they're going to try to get away, right? So instead of chasing this Wraith inside, I'm going to immediately go around and look for them. Prepare for this Wraith phase.
Wraith.
Nice. Let's go. So at this point in the game, there's a lot of people. I'm just kind of running around until I get resistance. Again, tug of war, right? You do stuff until you can. That's like a big thing in Apex. But again, anticipation, prediction. Zone is pretty small and it's not really livable. So I'm going to look at what I can do here, but I don't want to get involved in a big, heavy, long fight. Edge Storm, Zone 3, Zone 4, right? It's not something I want. So my teammate gets a good map scan. I see that there isn't really a good place to play, right? That's what I'm kind of thinking about here. So I realize that inside is the best place to go, right? Just because there's nowhere else to really play, and we have caustic. So we're going to try to lock that down. I rally my teammates to my pad, and I make sure this team on height's not looking, so we can just take the triple pad, get straight inside. All right, play all this space that we have. Yeah, nice. Now, it's important to note when you're in a position this big, right, and you're already inside zone this late, first of all, you can't really fight inside this size zone, right? It's more about just holding your space and fighting really close fights. Second, I need to pay attention where all the teams outside the zone are coming into the zone, because those are going to be the most vulnerable people. And you see, I'm highlighting them. I'm letting my teammates know we're looking at these people. And you'll see, I watch them their entire rotate. I'm just thinking, how do I get these people out of the game? Oppress those people. The only other thing to be really mindful here is about the team on height. Sometimes if you get caught lacking, a team close by will just look for a quick pick on one of your teammates. So you've got to pay attention to that too. Where to play?
Rising on. Rising on.
Right here, this team. They can't play in these houses. She's cracked. Cracked. 20 flush. I just want to mention, as this is unfolding, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, if I get knocks right now, will I pat on them? Will I not? What will be safe? What's safe in zone? What's not, right? Like, there's a team on top of me, like, shooting at this team and at other teams. Well, how aware are they? If I get a knock or 2 knocks on this team that I'm shooting at, can I pat onto them, right? Will the team on top shooting me? If I pat onto them, will I be safe on that, like, wall there, right? I'm trying to think, like, can I capitalize on this? If you plan those things out ahead, you're not making decisions while it's happening. You've already figured out what you're going to do. And it makes your gameplay much faster. She's... What the hell? Where's my aim going? Okay, wait. I want to see if I can get some heavy right here, okay? Okay, we might have to fight this team above us. Are they still there? Okay, it's at this point that I realize the team above us is not very good. So I start coordinating with my teammates how to, push top. I think that not all 3 on 1 zip. We're going to do 2 on 1 zip, 1 on the other zip. So I tell my Cossack to go to the other zip. We're going to zip up, see if we can get any damage, see if we can get stuff going, right? Because we still have a little bit of time on zone. We're going to see if we can capitalize on anything before zone closes. Okay, Cossack, you ready?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. On the left. Very low, very low. Dead. Right here in the corner. Nice. Pathy dropped. I got him. Woo! Now, it was a little risky looting out in the open, but I was full health, so I wasn't so worried about it. But now it's top 3. Right? This is like the triangle trifecta of death. Whoever fights first loses, right? So I know that team can't really push me, so I'm not so worried. But now the name of the game is just finding the spot where you'll be able to stay safe the longest in zone. And so I thought about our position earlier in the game, where we play fence line outside of the top, outside of middle, and it's going to be really strong because I have Octane Pad. We're going to play the fence line to the east. Now, I guess I'm just being a little loot goblin, but I didn't realize that they were fighting.
Come back
as soon as there are knocks in the top 3, you got to go.
They're fighting.
As soon as I notice, I do go, so.
Right here, they're fighting. I'm sliding in. On the top, there's 2 people here. Oh, they're knocked. He's rezzing. Nice. Let's go, guys. Good job. So now you can say if you want to see the stats, but that's a game inside kind of my head, what I'm thinking about, what to pay attention to. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment if you enjoyed it, what you want to see next, what you want me to expand more on. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. Again, it really helps me. Thank you so much for watching, and peace out.